The riding of Carleton has always been conservative, but now the Liberals are hoping to change that. Incumbent Conservative MP Pierre Poilievre is running in his 7th federal election. First elected in 2004, Poilievre played a key role under Stephen Harper's government, serving as the Minister of State for Democratic Reform and then Minister of Employment and Social Development. Now with a snap federal election called, Poilievre says Canadians need a government which will help rebuild the country following the COVID-19 pandemic.
Life is becoming unaffordable. People can't afford homes, gas, or food, which is utterly ridiculous. We have more land, lumber, and labor than anybody else in the world, and yet we can't build affordable houses. We have the second biggest reserves of petroleum, and yet gas is $1.30 a liter. We have the best farmers and farmland, and yet people can't afford a basket of nutritious food. It doesn't make sense. This should be the most affordable place to live in the world.
As a result of the pandemic, many Canadians have had the chance to work remotely from home. Poilievre says he would like to make this a regular occurrence, also helping in Canada's fight on climate change.
I think what COVID showed is that public servants can get their jobs done from home and do so very efficiently. So here's a policy that can cut transit and infrastructure bills and real estate costs for taxpayers. Imagine having one policy that can do all of those things, and that's what remote work does. We spend a fortune on buildings that are empty more than half the day. Let me say this again. We spend a fortune on buildings that are empty all night and houses that are empty all day.
Under this hybrid model, offices would instead be equipped with flexible space and desks which could be booked in advance for the days when you're required in the office. Poilievre says this is where the future is going and would also work on encouraging this type of office environment in the private sector. Federal offices could then be converted to affordable rental apartments, adds Poilievre, as a way of helping with the city's low-income rental shortage. The Conservative government, however, has not provided any details on how this would be funded or what work would be involved. Now, just a few weeks ago, the Conservative Party landed in some hot water after releasing an attack ad against the Liberals with Justin Trudeau's face superimposed over that of Veronica Salt, the spoiled child in the older version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now, even some Conservative MPs said the video was tasteless and didn't represent the party. I asked Poilievre his thoughts.
I would like to apologize to Willy Wanka for comparing him to Justin Trudeau. Nobody wants to be compared to Justin Trudeau. So I think Willy Wanka deserves better than that comparison. But that being said, I didn't really watch the ad and don't think about it much. These are the kinds of trivial squabbles that happen on election campaigns.
The Liberals say they are looking to run a campaign which focuses on the needs of Canadians. Gustave Roy, the Liberal Party candidate in Carleton, says he put his name on the ballot because he appreciated how the Trudeau government stepped in for Canadians when the COVID-19 pandemic hit.
Throughout the past year and a half, the changes that have occurred to our lives collectively, and we've seen how strong the federal government and the Liberal Party has been supporting Canadians and making sure that, we were protecting citizens and making sure that our economy stayed afloat while we were working through this very painful and challenging time. And I think that the tone has also changed. People want to be optimistic about their future. I am. I think there's no reason not to be. We have a lot of work to do, a lot of priorities and issues to work through, but we're only going to achieve that by working together.
Other issues Roy is passionate about include the environment and the economy.
I really believe that the environment and the economy go hand in hand. And really, our future prosperity is going to happen through the transformation of our economy and our lives due to our fight against climate change. And I really feel that it's not a cost; it's really an opportunity for Canadians and especially for the residents of my riding.
Charlie Senack, UIN News, Ottawa.